they're not gonna look great no matter what I do. But they will look a lot better than they do currently, and that's what's key. This one upside down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's upside down. Fix that one. Sometimes you just can't tell. It seems like it would be obvious, but sometimes some of the bulbs are weird. I don't know. I'm taking a walk through the garden right now. It's like really, really warm today. It's the day after Thanksgiving, so it's Friday. Just wanted to say hello, and I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you were able to get together with your family or friends or whomever you chose and share a delicious meal with them. Since we just moved to this property, we are brand new to this area. I did in fact take a look at the Native Lands US, I think is what it's called, I'm not sure. I'll have a link for it in the description below. We are on Catawba and Cherokee, it says Cherokee East or East Cherokee land, so would like to acknowledge that. Hope we can steward this land well since we're here now. Felt like I need to acknowledge that. It's been in the 60s the last couple days. It was supposed to rain today and it rained last night instead, so we actually had a very beautiful day today. Our roof is done. We have to get the fascia done still, and then we need to get black, I don't know what it's called when it's around the roof. I don't know if it's still fascia or not, but we used the same fascia material around the bottom of the chimney to like seal the chimney because it was leaking, but it's white, so we're just gonna spray paint it black for now and figure that out later. But other than that, the roof is completely done, which is amazing. You guys are inside working on our bathroom vent fan right now, which is a big pain in the butt. It's been honestly one of the biggest struggles for projects, which is really weird because we're doing an entire house renovation. My hands are all dirty. We're doing an entire house renovation.
All right, try that. The thing is, I don't know. I would assume it goes up and away from the ceiling, but. What way is the flag supposed to go? Gravity should close it, right? Oh wait, it says on the. Oh no, fan side. Fan side, like you would get that part confused. Can you really push on it? Really give it to her. Susan sitting.
I have our own Thanksgiving dinner. So we did a family meal with Taylor's grandma, who lives 2 hours west of us in North Carolina. It was just a small gathering. I think there were 7 of us. But we had some yummy food. We brought a veggie pot pie, which everyone loved. It had a biscuit topping, so I'm thinking I might put that on the blog soon because everybody asked me for the recipe anyways, so I figured if I'm writing up the recipe, I might as well put it on the blog. So we did that yesterday, but we like to do our own holiday meals at home as well. So we're having a nice big meal. We're having my family's like cheesy potato recipe, which is like the best. Maybe someday I'll share it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I kind of put my own spin on it as well. We're having cranberry meatballs, like a homemade cranberry sauce with meatballs, and they'll be sauteed in that. What else are we having? We're having maple glazed carrots I'm making Brussels sprouts for the first time, and I'm also going to be trying the Brussels sprouts for the first time. I've never had Brussels sprouts. I'm kind of nervous to try them. I don't know if I'm gonna like them, but Taylor also didn't think he'd like them, and he tried them a couple months ago, and he did. So I figured I'd try it. Why not? If I don't like them, I don't have to eat them. He'll eat them. Oh, I'm making homemade stuffing for the first time too. I made it with homemade bread, hoping that turns out yummy. So we're having meatballs, cheesy potatoes, stuffing, and a couple veggies, and then I also made a homemade pumpkin pie. So I'm really hoping next year, I'm like thinking about it, and I'm super excited because next year I'm hoping to be able to use like homegrown produce for that, or at least some of it will be homegrown. Like, it'd be so cool to have carrots and Brussels and everything that I'm making we could grow here on our property. So I think that would be super cool, and that's gonna be my goal. I've ever seen that. You slipped. There you go. Hey guys, I don't really know where I'm at in this video. We've done a lot of work this week. Only filmed little bits and pieces here and there, but we've gotten a lot done, and I am going to walk you through the house now. Gotta show you everything we've done. We still have a little bit of work to do today. Hunter's work is almost done, which is really cool. He's been here for like 3 weeks now, 3.5 weeks. And I'm sure he's ready to go home. He's helped us a lot. First update, I'm gonna show you. We no longer have a dumpster. We just have a trash pile in our front yard, which is, you know, not ideal. Hopefully we'll be able to get another dumpster soon. They're just really expensive. We have all of this junk in our front yard right now. We also have a bunch of junk on the porch, more roofing materials, and a bunch of other random stuff, pallets from the roof. Before we go inside, I was gonna show you, it's been like kind of cold at night, but during the day it's been getting up into the like 60s, 70s a couple days. And we have camellias blooming, which I think is so pretty. Also, I don't know how to say it. Is it camellia or camellia? But look at these beauties. This one bloomed a couple days ago, so it's a little bit on its way out. We got down to like 25 degrees last night, or 27 degrees or something. We still have a bunch of trash to pick up in here, all of our planters and stuff. But there's blooms all over the place. I'm used to getting snow in like October, so this is just wild to me. We have so much drywall done. Look at that. I think this piece here and like along this opening, we need to do drywall still. Our hallway is almost all the way done. Look at that. We haven't done this piece yet because Taylor is working on putting a new door in. We got a wider door to put in here because it was only 24 inches. So when Taylor would walk through it, he'd literally like bump his shoulders because apparently he's exactly 24 inches wide. So he's like, we need a wider door. So we got a wider door for the bathroom. And then once that is done, which I think they're gonna do it today, Hunter will finish up this drywall. They managed to get our entire dining room done, all of the ceilings in here. We got the AC taken out of that window, which is really cool. All of this is done. The kitchen's gonna be a later renovation project, so we're not doing behind there yet. Fingers crossed that there's not mold in there. We have all of our recessed lighting in here and it feels so bright and big. I'm gonna turn the lights on. Yeah, it's a huge difference from before. We still have to drill the lights for the ceilings. I said that wrong. We still have to drill the holes for the lights in the ceiling. And then they have like just a couple pieces of drywall left in here to do. We still have our insulation mountain. They just went to go to Lowe's to get more insulation, and then they are gonna rent the hopper for it so they can blow it all back up into the ceiling. Once we finish the drywall, we're gonna do OSB, but we still have some of the subfloor to remove in here. You can see there's like the edge right there. Down here, we need to remove this. This is like chipboard and it was soaking up all the water that was coming into the house. So it's mildewy. Once the drywall is finished, we will get new OSB and put it down on top of the plywood that's down here because this is like really creaky and thin and there's like cracks down to the basement. And honestly, we'll probably just live with the OSB as our floor for a little bit because the new flooring that we want is gonna be minimum like $1,500 and that's gonna have to wait because we're like out of money. So it is what it is. And OSB, brand new OSB that's not all drywall dusty is fine with me. I can live with that for a while. I'm not picky. I want to show you this room, but Hunter's staying in here right now, so like I don't want to get all up in his business, but I'm going to show you just a quick peek of the room that I primed in the last video. So he sleeps on the floor, kind of weird. It looks like crap, but that's because this is gonna be painted like a really dark color, so I don't really care if it's like super well primed. Honestly, I just wanted to see it not yellow in here, and that's why I primed it, but it's gonna be painted dark green. And then I think this wall might be painted white, and I can like display like art and stuff on it, but I'm not sure. This will be my office. Okay, and lastly, the room I'm the most excited about is I've been working on our bedroom. The door is painted, and I started to prime and paint the window frames, which is probably kind of hard to see, and it doesn't actually look very nice right now, but this is Accessible Beige by Sherwin-Williams. It's literally the worst name ever for a paint, but it looks nice. You can't tell how much work I did on these, but I spent, I swear, like 2 hours, 3 hours just scraping the old paint off of the inside of these two windows right here, like this one and this one, not the upper ones. I spent 2 hours doing that. And you can't tell because obviously the outside has so much junk on it. We need to go outside and like power spray it and scrape off the paint from the outside. But I'm gonna take it and call it a win either way. Please. It's stuck on there. I'm gonna have to scrape it. I started doing those. Some of that's painted. Obviously the upper ones I haven't touched yet, and the outside is disgusting, but we're getting there. And I really, really like the color of the trim. I'm like a huge fan of the off-white color, because our walls in here are gonna be white besides this one. It looks kind of weird right now. I was just trying to get as much paint on the wall as I could with a little $5 sample that I bought, but this is gonna be our little accent wall in here. Our bed will be up against that wall. I was determined not to paint this green because I'm gonna paint most of my office dark green, and then I think our fireplace accent wall is gonna be green. So I was like, oh, we can't only have green in the house. Like, we have to do something else. But we literally, like, I asked my friends, I looked up on Pinterest for ideas. I was looking at just like Sherwin-Williams, all of their paint colors in general. Nothing stood out to me besides green. So we went with green, and I like it and Taylor likes it, and that's all that matters. So just my advice to you is to go with what you know and go with what you like because it's your house, and someone else doesn't like it, that's not your problem. I almost forgot to mention these windows, all the windows in our house except for the one window in our kitchen above the sink. All the windows in this house are original, and they're awful. We need to recaulk them, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you doing this, but they're all like single pane, and then like I swear if I push on this like too hard it would just like fall out. They're separated from the frames. We need to recaulk them on both sides just temporarily, but eventually we will be replacing these. So that's why I'm not too worried about like the trim looking super nice. As long as it's the color I want for now, we will be replacing the trim and the windows in here and the whole house eventually, but those are really expensive. So I just wanted to mention that really quick because they're not gonna look great no matter what I do. But they will look a lot better than they do currently, and that's what's key. So I am going to go ahead and sign off now, and I will see you guys next week. I really, really appreciate everyone who's left comments, and it really, like, it seriously means a lot to me. This is such a small channel still, and we would really like to grow it, and well, I really love sharing this stuff with you, and I love so much documenting everything that we're doing, because it means I can look back on it in the future and be like, wow, this is cool. We did so much. 2022 has been a crazy year. It's December and I did not think that we'd be here a year ago. We literally just bought our house a year ago. We were painting our last house a year ago. We lived in 3 states this past year and we renovated a camper. Taylor's on his 3rd job of this year. Like, he's switched jobs 3 times, or I guess he switched jobs twice, but he's on his 3rd job for this year. He's staying at this one because we are not moving again. And this is our 2nd house we've ever bought. And we bought our first one. We bought and sold our first one within 6 months of buying it. And yeah, living in the camper. We're still technically living in the camper. It's just been a crazy year. So I'm gonna start getting emotional if I don't stop. So I'm going to let you go with that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Does anyone want some snacks? Yeah, you want some snacks? Are you hungry?